The crowd getting very excited for the headliners of this event from France on home ice here. Gabriella Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron, the reigning Olympic silver medalists, four-time world champions.
Bit of trouble from Guillaume finishing that second twizzle. You can see in the score box there, he's receiving currently a level 3, but that's under review. Montana, they've spoken so much about not caring about world records, not caring about anything really so much as building towards that Olympic gold. And even little mistakes like that, as though you might want to say, oh no, is that something that they're going to be worrying about in the future? Rather, I think for a team of this quality and their level of expertise, it's just a good little lesson along the way. They're not supposed to be peaking here. This isn't supposed to be their greatest performance. Rather, everything is building towards that Olympic performance. True greatness personified by Papadakis and Cizeron. Wonderful performance. We spoke about the little bobble for him on that twizzle, just the smallest little thing, but otherwise I think a particularly clean skate.
Gabriella, Guillaume, Cizeron.
And, you know, we mentioned it with Gilles and Poirier, the evolution of a program, and this one is on that journey as well. As was their rhythm dance, we saw great strides in that performance and with the details in that program. And I think this one will continue to undergo just those little improvements because they can't obviously help themselves from continuing to push themselves artistically further and further. And so for me, it's always a game of trying to just find the little details that they've added from one program, one performance to the next.
And it's good to have that kind of comfort with evolving a program. And it's actually, I think, been reflected in their costume changes. From each competition to the next, they've had, you know, small changes. And I think so far these are my favorite outfits. And I think that it reflects the program really well. Here we can see their close connection, evoking moments of tango throughout this free dance. Just a little tiny bit of a struggle on this lift, though it's certainly hard to tell. For me, I think there are two moments that stand out where if I were to critique them and say there's some room for improvement. I think it's their last rotation. Oh, and there we see the bobble from him on the twizzle. I think their last rotational lift could just be more interesting. I think that we've seen them do harder, more technically challenging, more creative rotational lifts. And for me, it's not up to their usual standard, and that's what stands out about it. It's not that it's a bad rotational lift, but rather it just doesn't seem to grab me in the way that they have been able to do so with other lifts. And the other thing is their choreographed step sequence. To me, I don't understand it, and which isn't to say that might be my problem.
I was going to say, this is the kind of team where if you don't understand something, at least that's how I feel. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not artistically sophisticated enough to grasp it.
We've been ice dancing for a long time, and so I think there's some merit to our opinion in that way. I think we have some appreciation for the objectivity. It's beautiful what they're doing, but it doesn't seem a natural extension of where they're coming from, and it doesn't necessarily lead to the end of the program for me. But overall, I think a wonderful performance.
Gabriella Papadakis and Guillaume Cizeron just with pure mastery of the sport of ice dance at this point, and they can really push themselves in so many different directions, but most importantly, they've really revolutionized the way ice dance has been styled on the ice the last 4 years in particular. 132.17 is a huge number. There is no question about that. It doesn't get up to where they set their world record in 2019, which was a 136.58. But in this event, it is undeniably the class of the field.
Wow.
And just look at that margin between them and the world bronze medalists, by the way, in Gilles and Poirier.